Roses are red, violets are blue, here's a mimosa, and this is the Citizen Tsuyosa. Hello, I'm Zade and welcome to another episode of Dial Odyssey. In this episode we are looking at the Citizen Tsuyosa. But before we jump into this sunny yellow delight of a watch, we have to mention Citizen's seriously impressive history. And despite Citizen being one of the big three Japanese watchmakers, I feel they're still somewhat underrated. I'll save the full history of Citizen for a future video as it is fascinating and detailed, but for now, our story begins in 1918 with the founding of the Shokosha Watch Research Institute. Initially, they assembled watches from Swiss imported parts, but the institute soon expanded its ambitions, establishing specialized engineering schools to further develop the skills of Japanese watchmakers. And this clearly worked. In 1924, they created their first pocket watch, and as their first product, it was a huge success. Not just for the institute, but also for Japan's domestic watchmaking. However, the pocket watch needed a name. The Tokyo mayor at the time was asked to propose one. The name he came up with was Citizen. The idea of such a name was that it would be widely used, appreciated and loved by all citizens. And in 1930, the Shokosha Watch Research Institute was reorganized into the Citizen Watch Company, officially adopting the Citizen name and legacy. Throughout Citizen's existence, it has innovated across multiple engineering disciplines. In 1959, they made the first Japanese fully waterproof watch. In 1976, they developed the world's first light-powered analog watch. In 1993, Citizen introduced the world's first multi-band atomic watch. At the time, this was the most accurate watch in the world. To put that into perspective, COSC-certified mechanical watches are accurate to about -4 to +6 seconds per day, which is considered very good by today's standards. But Citizen's atomic watch had an unfathomable accuracy of ±1 second every 100,000 years. But Citizen are not just known for having engineering icons, they've also created many style icons, like this beauty released in 2022. The word Tsuyosa in Japanese means strength, which is fitting because you will need a lot of strength to resist buying this watch, especially when you realize it costs around $400. And as far as model names go, I actually think this might have the coolest name out there. So let me know in the comments if you can think of a better model name. Speaking of names, I couldn't find an official nickname for this watch, so I would like to propose one. I think a cool nickname for this watch is the Kill Bill. If you don't know, Kill Bill is a martial arts action film directed by Quentin Tarantino, and follows Uma Thurman's character on a quest for revenge, dressed in her iconic yellow tracksuit. Although the revenge aspect doesn't align with Citizen, the iconic yellow colors, Japanese theme and styling, along with the fact that Tsuyosa means strength in Japanese, a trait that Uma Thurman's character embodies throughout the film, I believe this could be a cool nickname. But let's take a closer look at this stunning yellow dial. I always thought it was a flat color, but upon closer inspection, I realized it was a sunray effect, which adds a nice amount of complexity to an otherwise minimal and simple dial. There's a magnifier at 3 PM, which is okay. I just wish they made the date wheel yellow to match the dial. But having said that, keeping it white probably helps it blend in with the other rectangular baton hour markers, which is actually one of the reasons this watch often gets compared to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual, especially the double baton hour marker at 6 PM. The watch is 40mm wide, but I feel it wears slightly smaller, possibly due to the crown being positioned at 4 o'clock. The crown is also tucked in behind the case, which does make it difficult to access, but then again having it tucked away helps add to the overall clean, compact aesthetic. The case design is one of my favorite features of the Tsuyosa. Overall, it's finished to a high standard, featuring a combination of brushed and polished surfaces with neat chamfers along the edges. It certainly feels more expensive than it is. I particularly like the downturned lugs. That sharp striking angle captures the light and also helps the case flow into the bracelet. And speaking of the bracelet, I love it. Simple as that. It's brushed steel on the outer links, which nicely contrasts with its polished center links. It's an integrated bracelet flowing seamlessly from the case, but it's very comfortable. The clasp, on the other hand, is very Spartan, which seems weird seeing as all the other aspects of the watch has a lot of styling and attention going into it, but then again, for around $400, you really can't complain. It has a 40-hour power reserve, which can be seen through its exhibition caseback. The Tsuyosa also has 50 meters of water resistance, which is okay, but if I'm honest, this is the watch I'd want to wear every day. And in my opinion, if they bumped that up to 100 meters, then it would really be a versatile, worry-free daily wearer. But all in all, this Kyogo Tsuyosa is a fantastic watch. It may have come out in 2022, but I think it's still king, and it's easily my favorite watch of 2025. I hear a lot of people refer to this as a great starter or entry-level watch, but I don't see it like that. This is a great watch, period. Its stunning yellow dial, along with its range of other color options, pairs perfectly with the elegant case and bracelet design. It comes from an iconic brand with a rich and fascinating history, and while it only offers 50 meters of water resistance and a Spartan clasp, it's pretty hard to beat at this price point. And for that reason, the Tsuyosa embodies the Odysseus archetype. Odysseus represents the leader in its field, and given its price range, it offers a lot of watch for its money. And also enjoyment. I had a lot of fun reviewing this watch, and I'm excited to see how Citizen evolves its baseline Tsuyosa. And that's it for today. Do you agree with its archetype classification? Would you place it somewhere else? Or do you agree with its field-leading Odysseus persona? Let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for the next episode and see you next time.